Imagine switching between two totally different keyboards, one flat, one split, and somehow they feel identical. Same layout, same shortcuts, same speed. That's what I wanted, and somehow I actually made it happen. But getting there meant convincing three tools, macOS, Kanata, and CMK, to all cooperate. And spoiler, they didn't want to. My keyboard journey started with the Apple's Magic Keyboard. It looked clean, felt fine. I was extremely fast at that thing. But the problem is that my hands started hurting. And why is that? Because the way they're positioned, you can see that on my camera right now. Just look how they are positioned right now. This doesn't feel natural. They're too cramped, they're too close together. So my forearm started suffering from this. So I moved to the Glove 80, ortholinear, ergonomic, and curved. It felt weird at first, but after a few months, I got fast, too fast, because now the MacBook keyboard felt wrong. So then I discovered Kanata. It works on multiple operating systems, so that means it works in macOS, Linux, and even Windows. So with Kanata, I was able to capture both of my keyboards, the Glove 80 and also the MacBook keyboard, and it behaved the same way in both of them. It was perfect until I noticed a tiny delay when typing on the Glove 80. And in addition to that, I was not able to use my Glove 80 keyboard on a different computer. At my current job, I use Windows. I don't have permissions to install Kanata there. So I basically had to use a different keyboard there. The layout was different and it was painful. I wanted to have the same layout on Mac, but also on Windows. And there was only one way to do that, doing it in the keyboard firmware directly, which is CMK. Now, regarding the delay that I mentioned, since Kanata intercepts each one of the keys on the built-in keyboard, there's no problem. I don't feel that at all. As you notice, I'm using the built-in keyboard right now. I'm navigating between different files. I can navigate between different sessions as well. And it works just fine. I don't feel any delay whatsoever. But in the Glove 80, since it's connected via Bluetooth, or even if I connected it via cable, I felt the delay a little bit and I didn't like it at all. So I decided to stop letting Kanata handle the Glove 80. Instead, I moved everything into its firmware. Like I mentioned, it uses CMK. So no middleman, no delay, just from the keyboard directly to the operating system. CMK felt faster, snappier, more direct. The only problem is that CMK cannot run scripts. If I switch to that other session here, you'll be able to see my CMK layout here. And I rely on scripts for switching OBS scenes, switching my TMAC sessions, which I recently switched to Kitty sessions, window management, switch between all my different applications, configure system settings, whatever you think about, I usually do it with my keyboard. But CMK doesn't have a way to send commands to the operating system. So I thought for a while, how can I achieve this using CMK? And after a while, I decided that I was going to use the F keys. So if we switch back to my keyboard here, you will be able to notice that each one of the keys sends a different key code. Okay, so here, for example, is my navigation layer. Let's go to the symbol layer. No, for example, if we move on to the applications layer, this is the way that I switch between all the different apps. Notice that it sends left shift, left control, F1, F2, F3, F4, and so on. Why did I decide to use the F keys? Who uses the F keys? And especially with modifiers, right? So this guarantees that I'm sending a key that no other application will use. Well, I'm not sure if there's any applications that use two modifiers with an F key. That wouldn't make much sense, but that's not a big problem. Now, sending all these keys is all good, but you need a way for your operating system to listen to those keys. Otherwise, this serves no purpose at all. And that's where skhd came in. skhd is just a daemon that runs in the background. It intercepts my F key combinations and executes the scripts right away. So if I switch to that file in my dot files, you'll be able to see here that the skhd file is shown right here. This is where I intercept all the different F key combinations and I execute different stuff. You also may be wondering, why did you use skhd? If you were already using Kanata, why didn't you just intercept your Love 80 keyboard with Kanata? And I did, but I had some issues. Okay, so I have this other layout here. Notice at the very top that I'm just intercepting here. The Glove 80 keyboard works fine. This does not affect the MacBook built-in keyboard. This configuration file is specifically for the Glove 80 keyboard, and I'm just intercepting the keys that I need, which were the F keys, but I had issues. qmk and Kanata were not working well because I execute tap hold actions on my keyboard on the CMK firmware. So if I switch to this scene, you'll be able to see it better, right? So for example, if I type Z by itself, it's just the letter Z if I tap it, but if I hold it, it sends Command Tab to switch to the previous application. Same with C, same with V, right? So this is Command C to copy, Command V to paste if I hold it. If I tap it, they're just regular letters. So for a strange reason, Kanata didn't like this. I don't know if it's a bug or something, but I had to intercept all my keys with Kanata, so I ended up at square one. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to intercept this specific F keys. That's it. And execute the actions from here. Maybe I didn't do it well. If there's any Kanata experts in my audience, please let me know. I was using chords here, or what are they called? Yeah, chords. So I was defining here the different chords. If it detects F13 with Control and Alt, run a script, right? The same thing that I'm doing in skhd, but in Kanata. So what is my workflow now? The built-in keyboard goes directly through Kanata. Okay, so that's the file that you guys see here, MacBook sublayer. Yep, this is the MacBook sublayer Kanata file. My Glove 80 uses directly CMK and sends everything to the operating system. skhd picks up the F keys and then executes the script. On the Kanata layer, the scripts are executed directly from Kanata. Each one of these is a script, right? So for example, if I search this here, and I search it in this file, we're gonna notice that this is a script, right? We can see it here at the very end of it. Now, what about Linux users? If you're on Linux, you have other options. skhd is macOS only, but I think for Linux, there are similar tools that intercept your key presses. I'm not sure, but I think skhd. If there's any keyboard aficionados out there, any keyboard workflow experts that can let us know in the comments, I would highly appreciate it, because if I ever do switch to Linux, this is a must. And of course, I'll be able to do it there. I just don't have the knowledge on how to do it. I would appreciate it if someone could let me know. So now, both keyboards, the Glove 80 and the built-in keyboard, they have the exact same feeling, even though they're completely different keyboards. All my keys are the same. On my MacBook keyboard, the built-in keyboard, this is my enter key. This is my backspace. On my Glove 80, here I have my enter, backspace. So I can tap exactly the same. I can type exactly the same. I'm sorry. Doesn't matter which keyboard I'm using. I can execute the scripts from here, my built-in keyboard, or I can execute them from here and also make it feel snappy the way that it should feel. So for the built-in keyboard, Kanata handles typing and the automation, and for the Glove 80, DMK handles typing and skhd the automation. So I don't have to worry about which keyboard am I using. I'm gonna switch to that in my brain. No, exact same layout on both keyboards. I don't lose time. I don't have to relearn anything. It just works. Now, I have a live stream coming up this Monday where I'm going to break this setup down and answer questions live about my configs, Kanata, ZMK, skhd, basically everything that you want to know about. It's gonna be public when we're live, but then it's gonna become members only after the stream ends. So everyone can join, ask questions, chat, and all that. This is the date, November the 3rd, Monday. Let me open it real quick. I don't remember what time. 5 p.m. my time. I don't know what time that is for you. I'm going to leave the link in the video description so you can go and check the time out. So if you want to ask questions and hang out, remember, don't miss this. Also, a quick reminder, we have this live stream today with Justin Keys, which is the neovim core maintainer. That is going to happen at 12:15 p.m. my time, which is in around 5 hours approximately. Well, 5 hours from now, but I don't know when you're going to watch the video. Just a reminder, this is happening today. If you want to join as well. Also, in case that you're wondering, why does my ZMK configuration look so awesome here when I was switching? What is this like layout doing there? Why do I have auto formatting in there? There's a plugin. There's a video that I created recently about it. Where is that video? It's this. This is the video. The neovim plugin, it works extremely well. Go and check it out in case that you're wondering about that too. So to wrap it up, this setup gave me the best of both worlds. Firmware level speed and OS level automations. If you ever wanted your keyboards to feel exactly the same so you don't think about anything when you switch between them, this is a great way to get started. Before I let you go, I also want to thank the CEO, Web23, web23.com. I want to thank the executive producers as well, and each one of the YouTube members. Really appreciate it. That is what keeps the channel going. Thank you very much. If you watch my videos, I also want to thank you. Just remember, if you want to support me, not monetarily, but somehow, like the video, leave a comment. Don't comment on Discord about my videos. That doesn't help me at all. If you want to help me, leave a comment in the video down below. And as well, watch them through the end. I appreciate that as well. And why is that? I just want my channel to be discovered by other people and of course make some money out of it in the long run. So I hope this was helpful. Hope you found it useful. Let me know down in the comments. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next video.